seconds into the flight. Atlantis now 62 miles in altitude, 180 miles downrange, traveling almost 6,000 miles an hour. All systems performing normally. Atlantis on course, on track for its preliminary orbit. The Environmental Systems Officer reports a good flash evaporator system activated for Atlantis, providing cooling for the shuttle's avionics until the payload bay doors are open about an hour and a half into the flight.
Atlantis, press to ATO.
Press to ATO.
That call up from Capcom Chris Ferguson indicating that Atlantis can now make minimal orbital altitude targets in the event of an engine failure. However, all three engines continue to perform normally, as do the auxiliary power units and the three power-producing fuel cells. 5.5 minutes into the flight, Atlantis now 67 miles in altitude, 312 miles downrange, traveling almost 8,000 miles an hour.
Thanks for single engine number 3.
Atlantis now beginning to roll to a heads-up position, the main engine swiveling, enabling the shuttle to move to a heads-up position above its fuel tank, gaining more favorable communications through the tracking and data relay satellite system as it heads uphill.
Atlantis, press to MECO, single engine Zaragoza 104.
Press to MECO, single engine Zaragoza 104.
That call from Capcom Chris Ferguson to Commander Charles.
Good morning, first and third graders. How are you today? Good. I'm so excited we have such an amazing performance for you guys today. What do you think we're going to be learning about today? That is right. So today we have a special performance by our amazing second grade team. We are going to be presenting to you today Interplanetary Jammin, where we're going to be learning all about the solar system. Are you guys excited? Yeah! So I'm going to present to you now Interplanetary Jammin by our second grade team. Let's give them a real big hand of applause. Times and we cheer them on and we just give them great energy, okay? All right, so Interplanetary Jammin by our second grade classroom.
Welcome to our Interplanetary Jammin show. Get ready for a wild ride as we travel through the solar system. The stars, the planets, the moon, the sun. Let's learn all about the music.
Our goal is to introduce you to the solar system. Interplanetary Jammin is complete with movement, song, and lessons.
Please turn off all cell phones, sit back, and enjoy the show as we blast off into outer space.
Hey EJ, are you ready for today's adventure? We're about to blast off into outer space.
You bet, McKenna. We have been waiting for this moment our whole lives. We're going to explore the most amazing place in our universe, our very own solar system.
And who knows, maybe we'll even spot some aliens. We are in a spacesuit and ready to go.
Once we strap into our seats, we'll count down 3, 2, 1, blast off, and just like that, we'll be soaring through outer space, visiting planets, moons, and more.
Look, there's our rocket. I see it. We're ready for liftoff.
I think it's time. Astronauts, are we ready to launch?
Let's do this. I can't wait to see what's up there. It's going to be an out-of-this-world adventure. This is just the beginning.
Hold on tight. We're going to make some awesome discoveries. We can't wait. Space, here we come.
Whee!
All systems go. Ready for blast off in 3, 2, 1.
Blast off!
The planets, we're studying. Are people alive there? I want to know.
The planets, the sun, and the moon you see, they are all part of our great galaxy.
I wish we could jump on the spaceship today and fly all around the whole Milky Way.
There are millions and billions of stars in space, but there's only one that keeps the season in place.
The sun is the center of the solar system, they say. It gives us warmth and light to live for each day.
The reason why I see that the sun goes down at night is the earth is turned and the sun goes out of sight. When you look up at the stars that are twinkling in the sky, the man in the moon might be winking his eye. There's no man the moon, I hate to spoil your day. It just craters and rocks that make it look that way.
The moon has no oxygen or light of its own, but the astronauts living there make it well known.
A large object hit the Earth and blasted out rocks that all came together to orbit around the Earth. These pieces are so hot that they melted together. Eventually, they cooled down and became what I call the moon.
Our moon is about 4.5 billion years old. It's formed about 30 to 50 million years after the Earth formed. A moon is a natural object that orbits a planet.
Moons are smaller than the planet they orbit. Each moon has its own size and orbit. The moon has no wind or weather on the moon.
The moon is not a light source. It does not make its own light. The moon reflects light from the sun. If the sun wasn't there, we wouldn't be able to see the moon. The moon appears to change shape, but what we're actually seeing is the moon lit up by light from the sun in different ways on different days. When the bright part is getting bigger, the moon is waxing. When it's getting smaller, the moon is waning.
When the moon is more than halfway, it is called a gibbous moon. When the moon is less than halfway, it is called a crescent moon. We always see the same side of the moon. The moon always keeps the same sign pointing towards us, so we can never see the back of the moon from the Earth.
As Earth travels around the sun, we see different fractions of the sun and half of the moon. These are known as phases of the moon or lunar phases.
The appearance of the moon goes through 8 different phases during the course of one lunar month, about 29 days.
First quarter, walking gibbous. Full moon, waning gibbous. Third quarter, waning crescent. And the cycle starts all over again.
along with the stars.
The planets don't bump and they don't collide. They each have a path and the sun is their guide. There are 9 planets in all traveling around the sun. There's so much to learn, we've only begun.
Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. 1 year on Mercury is equal to about 87 Earth days. Mercury has no atmosphere and no known satellite.
Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system and is one of the brightest objects in the sky next to the sun and moon. Venus is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty.
Mars is the 4th planet from the sun in our solar system. Mars is 35 million miles from Earth. The temperature on Mars can look similar to Earth's. One day on Mars is almost 25 hours.
Mars is an inner planet and can be seen in Earth's night sky. Mars has reddish rock and it's called the red planet. Mars has water frozen underground in ice caps.
Earth, our home planet, is around 4.6 billion years old. It is the 3rd planet from the sun in our solar system. 1 day on Earth is 24 hours long, and 1 year on Earth is 365 days. Earth is the largest inner planet, and most of it is covered by water.
People can live on Earth because it has the water and air that we need to survive. There are about 7.5 billion people living on Earth. Earth has one moon, sometimes called Luna. Our moon is the 5th largest moon in the solar system.
Jupiter is so big that you can fit all the other planets in the solar system inside it. The red spot Jupiter is the biggest, most violent storm in the known universe. The red spot Jupiter is at least 3 times the size of Earth.
Jupiter has 63 moons or satellites. It is covered in swirling cloud stripes. Jupiter is a gas giant and doesn't have a solid surface. Saturn is the 2nd biggest planet. It's also the lightest planet. If there was a bathtub big enough to hold Saturn, it would float in the water. Saturn is a gas giant like Jupiter. It is made mostly of hydrogen and helium. Saturn has more moons than any other planet in the solar system. Uranus' axis is at a 97-degree angle, meaning it orbits lying on its side. Talk about a lazy planet.
Neptune was discovered in 1846, over 150 years ago. Since that time, it has still yet to make a complete orbit around the sun, because 1 year on Neptune is 165 Earth years.
Pluto is no longer considered a planet. Instead, astronomers call it a dwarf planet or planetoid.
Poor Pluto!
Mr. Postman. I'd love to know if my friends on Venus get any snow.
I want to know what the kids do all day. Do they go to school or do they get to play?
Travels, it spins like a top.
The Earth takes days for you to travel around. We don't feel like we're moving here down on the ground.
Of all the planets, both and big and small, the Earth is my favorite planet of all. Sharing with you. We had a great time and learned a lot too.
The Milky Way sure is a great galaxy. I'm glad that we live in it. Don't you agree?
There's so much more that we can
milestone.
We would like to thank the many people who have made this musical possible.
First of all, we would like to thank our teachers, Mr. Ayala, Ms. Carver, Mrs. Chen, and Mrs. Kodrowski for teaching us our parts, the songs, and directing today's show.
We would like to also thank Mr. Tracy Okita for creating our beautiful backdrop. Last, we would like to thank Mr. Wong for filming the show. A link to the show will be sent home for your viewing.
We will be exiting the stage shortly. You are welcome to stay and take pictures with your star. Thank you all for coming and have a great rest of your day.